Alright guys, Brian with Mana Beast doing a deck profile on my Piccolo Namekian. Now I know people are crying foul that Piccolo or Namekian has been nerfed a bit, but trust me, this deck still is amazing and still does amazing things. And I have kind of tuned it a little bit now that they've made some changes, so we'll go over that a bit. First of all, let's talk about the Namekian Mastery. Namekian Mastery now reads, whenever you rejuvenate or shuffle a card into your deck, into your life deck, by an effect. So, any kind of effect you do, when you rejuvenate it, then you're able to gain an anger level. So you cannot any longer just sit there and rejuvenate cards just by rejuvenating. So you have to do it by a card, by one of your cards' effect. Then whenever a Dragon Ball enters play, your opponent destroys the top card of his life deck, and then when you control one Dragon Ball, it cannot be captured by a critical damage effect. Piccolo level 1, let's get into him. He's got an innate power, energy attack costing 1 stages, damage is 3 life cards, and rejuvenate 1. So again, helps you to rejuvenate, little onboard attack, which is nice. And then level 2 Piccolo, he states, and really one of the best of him is a power, discard a card from your hand to rejuvenate 2, and your opponent destroys the top 2 cards of his life deck. If you discarded a styled card, you may draw a card and use a critical damage effect. So like right away, you're able to discard cards that aren't good for you in that turn, draw another card, rejuvenate, use a critical damage effect, which again, stealing a Dragon Ball, retiring an ally, or lowering the anger by 1. So really, really good attack. Or really good power, I should say, sorry. And then Piccolo level 3, your attacks deal +2 life cards of damage, and once per combat, when you deal critical damage, you may search your life deck for a Dragon Ball and place it into play. So this helps you to get Dragon Balls onto the field, helps you to get and gain advantage, and then of course you're always doing +2 life cards of damage, which is really, really good. And then level 4 Piccolo here is a infinite ability. Your opponent needs to deal 7 or more life cards to activate critical, and he also has a power, energy attack costing 2 stages, damages 7 life cards, and if I hit rejuvenate X, X equals the number of Dragon Balls in play. So once you get to 4 man, you're just dealing some serious damage. They have to do a whole lot of damage to you, so it's a really great defensive and offensive level for him. Alright, let's move on here into Dragon Balls actually. We are going to run Namekian Dragon Ball 5, gain 5 stages, raise your anger 1, draw a card, rejuvenate 1. Just an overall really good card for the Namekians because it's going to give you 2 anger. So that's a really good effect from just 1 Dragon Ball. We're going to run Dragon Ball 6. I like Dragon Ball 6 in this deck. My power up rating is +3. I don't run any allies, so I really do need my power stages from energy attacks. And then my opponent's attacks deal -2 stages of damage. So mitigates the stages done to me, but also raises me more, which is a really good constant effect. Then I'm also going to be running Dragon Ball 3. Dragon Ball 3 states, it is draw 2 cards, place 2 cards from your hand at the bottom of your life deck, raise or lower a player's rank by 1. So helps kind of mill up my hand, give me advantage, and then be able to do different effects, plus also raising or lowering anger is really good. And then Namekian Dragon Ball 1, which essentially says your Dragon Balls cannot be captured, your other Dragon Balls cannot be captured, this one can, and then your attacks deal +1 life card of damage. So just a nice little +1 on all my attacks. So my level 1 is actually doing 4 life cards, and then this is the only Dragon Ball that can be stolen if I have more than 1 on the field. Alright, let's talk about the setups here. Setups, we are going to run here Namekian Dragon Clan. It's limit 1 per deck. Banish after use, search your life deck for a Dragon Ball and play it. If my MP is level 4, search your life deck for 2 Dragon Balls instead. So that's a really nice effect to be able to do right off the bat. We are going to run 3 Namekian Fusions. I really think it's a great setup. Namekian Fusion, banish after use, power, raise your MP to its highest power stage. Draw a card, reveal it to your opponent. If the card is styled, rejuvenate 2. So, it's helped to get you advantage, helps to set things up. You're going to be drawing cards, and then you're going to be rejuvenating that raises your anger. So, all around awesome card. And then I am running 3 Namekian Concentration. It is banish after use, power, use at the beginning of a rejuvenation step that you did not declare combat, rejuvenate 4. Now, of course, this doesn't net you more than just 1 anger. It used to net you 2 anger and a rejuvenate 5. This is only going to rejuvenate the 4. Now, it will rejuvenate 5, but it won't get you 2 anger because of, they nerfed that. All right, let's get on to events here. I am running 2 Namekian Regeneration. I really like the card because rejuvenate the top or bottom 4 cards of your discard pile. There are a lot of cards in this deck that are going to be doing effects if I rejuvenate them. Plus, I don't mind getting hit as much now. I can get hit, put stuff in the discard pile, and start rejuvenating it because, well, that's what this deck does. I am running 3 of my favorite Piccolo card. Piccolo's weighted clothing. Such a douchey card. If this card is in your discard pile, you may banish it as an action to raise your anger by 2 levels, which is just so stupid good. The other is it's an instant. Use when entering combat as the defender. Your opponent skips his first action in this combat. Gain X changes. X is your power up rating. So essentially, you're going to use this and discard it. They pass. So then you can either, if they pass their first one, then you're going to put this away, draw 3, make them pass. If you don't like what you have in your hand, you pass as well. You throw these down, and then you don't even have to enter combat. So really good when entering defender or in your discard pile. Super flexible card. I am running 2 Namekian Overtime. Namekian Overtime states, banish, power, rejuvenate 1, destroy top X cards of your opponent's life deck, X equals the number of Dragon Balls you control, and then search your life deck for a styled energy combat card and place it in your hand. So just a really good rejuve, destroying, and then you get a energy, for styled energy combat. So either defense or attack, depending on what you want. And then I am running 3 Namekian Hybrid Defense. Power stops a physical or energy attack. Choose X cards in your discard pile and rejuvenate them. X equals your MP's level. So again, you get to choose them. So there are specific cards in this deck that get bonuses for being rejuvenated, and we'll go over those here in just a bit. So let's go into energies now. We're running 3 Namekian Energy Guard. Namekian Energy Guard stops an energy attack. Shuffle the top and bottom cards of your discard pile into your life deck. So again, if you got a card that helps you out, you want to take that into there, helps to get your anger up as well. We're going to run 3 Namekian Stance. Namekian Stance stops an energy attack. Your opponent's attacks need to deal +2 life cards to use a critical damage effect this combat. So really, if you're hitting and you don't want them to do bad things to your butt, then you just play this out, and even if they hit you for 5, it doesn't do anything. They got to hit you for 7. Then we're running 3 Namekian Planned Attack. Now I will tell you, as we start getting into attacks, you'll notice kind of a theme in this deck. This deck is all about on-hit effects. Like, I want to try to either hit you or force guard out of your hand. Namekian Planned Attack states, energy attack costing 2 stages, damages 4 life cards, hit. Search your life deck for a Dragon Ball and place it into play. It's not play it, you're placing it into play. But again, it's an on-hit effect. It's always going to be guarded usually, and if not, I get a good effect from it. We're running 3 Namekian Onslaught. Namekian Onslaught is an energy attack costing 1 stage, damage 4 life cards, rejuvenate 1. If you control 2 or more Dragon Balls, this attack stays to be played a second time this combat. So if you can do it twice, it's pretty much a 2 for 8 stages, and you're rejuvenating 2, raising your anger by 2. Really great card all around. We're then going to run 3 of the Namekian Targeted Strike. 3 Namekian Targeted Strike states, energy attack costing 2 stages, damages 4 life cards, hit. You may use the effect of a Dragon Ball in play. If you do, banish this card after use. Not just your Dragon Balls, any Dragon Ball in play. Again, another on hit. Do you want to let it hit? If you don't, if you guard, then I'm going to try to hit you with something else. Again, I'm just trying to bait out guards with this. Then I'm going to run 3 Namekian Palm Shots here. Namekian Palm Shots is an energy attack costing 1 stage, damages 3 life cards. Hit, draw the bottom card of your life deck, and you may shuffle a Dragon Ball in play back into its owner's life deck to search your life deck for a Dragon Ball and place it into play. Really interesting about this card is there's a lot of options you can have, because you're going to get card advantage if it hits. Then you can choose to shuffle 1 into their life deck. However, if you shuffle 1 into your life deck by this card's effect and playing it, you'll not only gain an anger, but then you can choose to either, like if you have all 4 out, you can put it back onto the field, and you're placing it into play, but you'll be able to raise your anger up by 1 because you shuffled it. Or you can get rid of one of theirs, get one of yours that you want, and put it in. So all around, really good card. And then we're running 3 Piccolo Special Beam Cannon. Really good card. Here's why we're running at 3, okay? It's an energy attack costing 2 stages, damage 3 life cards. Now mind you, I've already talked to you about a lot of the on-hit cards I run. I will usually save this as one of the last cards I do, especially against an ally deck or a drill deck, or really any kind of deck, because what will happen is, costing 2 stages, 3 life cards, rejuvenate 1, hit. Name 2 different non-Dragon Ball cards. Search your opponent's life deck for 1 copy of each card and banish them. Against Ginyu, I'm going to try to throw a lot of cards to hit you. If you are not able to guard all of them, I will hit this card, and then I'll go, okay, get rid of Goldo, and, I don't know, Birder, or Jace, or Raccoon, or heck, any of your allies. Or, you know, if I'm wanting to run setups, I go, okay, get rid of Nappa. So, again, amazing card, on hit, and puts a lot of work in. Alright, let's talk at the physical cards here. We're going to run Namekian Crushing Slam. Namekian Crushing Slam states, Endurance 2, physical attack, damage at 3 stages, shuffle the top 2 cards of your discard pile into your life deck. Again, physical attack, shuffling cards, and hey, gaining anger. What do you know? I am running 3 Namekian Cyclics. I really like this card a lot. Physical card damage at +2 life cards. So it's a physical attack that will do at +2 life cards. So it's going to do life cards of damage. Instead, lower your opponent's anger by 2, which is great anger management, and hit, draw the top card of your discard pile. So what you can do with the deck is you can start hitting with things and then decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead, hit you with this last. I know you've got nothing in, and I can draw the top card, and if I've discarded appropriately, then I can get a card that I just used and use it again. So it's a really funny card. So, and what's really funny is you can get different cards out of your discard pile to start looping stuff. Alright. Then I'm going to run Namekian Right Throw here. Namekian Right Throw is an Endurance 2. Physical attack damage at +3 life stages. At +3 stages. You may shuffle a Dragon Ball you control into its owner's life deck. If you do, raise your anger 2 levels. So let's say if you captured one of their Dragon Balls, you can shuffle it into there, or again, you can shuffle it back into yours. If you do, raise your anger by 2 levels. So that's going to not only gain you the anger from that, it's going to gain you the anger from shuffling. So you'll raise your anger by 3 off that. Really stupid good. And then we're going to run 3 Namekian Knee Block. It's a good one because it's got an Endurance 2. It stops physical attack. However, if it's rejuvenated, raise your anger by 1. So if you rejuvenate it, even if you rejuvenate it on a step that you know, are not entering in combat, you can still get the +1. And if it's rejuvenated while under your effects, you're going to get 2 anger off of that. So good. Then we're going to run Namekian Forceful Block. Stops the physical attack, gain 5 stages, and rejuvenate 1. So those combats where you're really low on energy, you're using a lot of energy attacks, they try to hit you physically, you say no, you raise your anger up, and you gain 5 stages so you can do more energy attacks. And then I'm running Namekian Narrow Escape. Namekian Narrow Escape is Endurance 1, stops a physical attack, and all your style energy attack costs -1 stage to perform to a minimum of 1 this combat. So it's really good, like if they try to hit you with this first, then you can get effects off with this and go, okay, cool, now I'm going to do energy attacks, it's only going to cost me 2 or 1, or, you know, from 3 to 2, which is really good, saves you on your energy, saves you on your stages, and is really nice. So, yeah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is my Namekian Piccolo deck. I really enjoy it still, even with Namekian being nerfed a little bit. I still think it's a great deck. I still think it is pretty amazing. I run this more of a defensive style, you'll notice. So I'm doing a lot of defense. I don't want to get hit, but that's kind of how I'm trying to go about this. I'm really trying to get more anger. I am still trying to get a victory at MPPV, but I still can hit you with effects, get card advantage, and try to win the game that way. So anyway, as always, please comment, rate, subscribe, love us, share us, put us out there, and then comment down here. What would you change this deck? What if you think this deck sucks? Tell me. Post in the comments, say this deck sucks balls, and then post in the comments of why it sucks balls, and then how we can make it not suck balls, and change it. As always, appreciate you all, and we'll talk to you guys next time.